Hello, everyone, and welcome back to RGL Invite Season 17, Week 5A. Tonight, we've got, I think, a pretty interesting game going on. It's going to be a Florida Man Ethnostate. Gonna have to say that one a few times. And then also Poop Gaming. My name's TC Mano. I am joined by Jarrett. We've got Dolphin on production. And, this season is amazing. We've said it so many times in so many different ways, but today we get to do something that generally we do pretty often in a regular season, but because this season has been so amazing and so stacked, like we said, we really haven't had too much of an opportunity to look at kind of the lower invite teams that are also playing in this season. One being a Florida Man, they are the advanced move-ups. And then Poop Gaming, we have covered Poop Gaming a couple times, I think maybe once before, so they've been on the channel previously, but not all too often. I mean, we've got the Froyotex and the G6s and the Cell, everything. These teams can get lost in the shuffle a little bit, which is why tonight it's going to be very interesting to shine a spotlight on both of the two of them. And when you look at their records, both of them, they have 2 wins, but when you look at who they're against, one's against Bye Week, one's against the Greasy Dot Hogs, which is basically another bye week because their team died. So this is going to be their first real opportunity at a actual win, and both of them are definitely going to be wanting to go into this getting that win and not really being winless throughout the season. So Jarrett, should be honestly a pretty close game, even if it is 2 lower level invite teams. And we're back on Gollywash, which has kind of been a invite favorite the past couple of weeks.
Yep, it's definitely going to be an important match for both these teams. Usually if you're on the lower half, there's only so many teams that you're really looking forward to playing. You couldn't really care less about your G6 or your Froyo matchup, but when it comes to teams that are adjacent to you, those are the ones that you want to try to take away. And you get multiple tries, but you can, imagine that every little win can matter to you, both in not only one way of like your morale, but also just to make sure that you are able to continue your long-term stay in invite. You got to make sure that if you don't collect too many wins, you're too low on the totem pole. If it comes down to qualifiers, you might get asked to play. So it's not just short-term gains here; it's long-term. And I'm ready to get the debut of Florida Man Ethnostate. This is the first time I think we're seeing them since their advanced win, and I'm really excited to see what happens on Gully.
Yeah, it should be said, these are the advanced move-ups, and really exciting to see them now in Invite. Of course, this has been one of the tougher seasons to make some headway into Invite, so props to them for sticking to it and trying to go out all throughout the season and not dying yet, so hopefully they've been able to improve as a team. But yeah, like you said, over on Gully, immediately my eyes are being pointed towards the demos. I guess we can run down the rosters because these teams haven't been highlighted too much. People might not know who everyone is. But over on, I guess I'll take down Florida Man, we have got Maze and JPEG as the scouts, GMK and Zyke as the soldiers, Dog Day Boy as the demo, and Taco Cat on medic. I know Dog Day Boy. I've played with him and against him a lot in different pugs, so I think he's a pretty good demo. He's going to have a lot of work ahead of him, though, because he's going to be going up against a MiG who's on the enemy team.
Yep, and do keep in mind, I think Riro and GMK actually were on the opposite roles in the beginning of the season, and then they decided, let's go ahead and swap for now and see how that works better. So we'll see how much if that's a long-term thing or not, but I think we're going to be seeing tonight, so there's that at least. And then Poop Gaming is Rakuso, Nami, Warrex, Mig, and Foxy. You've seen him before, and you'll see him again as we are going live on this match on Gully Watch between Florida Man Ethnostate and Poop Gaming. Quick Preds.
Oh, I'm going to say 3-4 in the favor of Poop Gaming.
I say 4-2 Poop Gaming, but it's anyone's game. They scrimmed, and it was kind of close. So we'll see how things go. Media double bomb in, trying to go and pinch the elbow from the side of Florida Man Ethnostate. They're able to get some damage, but overall they're sacrificing their soldiers. They're able to get the kill on the MiG. Foxy still undamaged though, but they're collapsing. They're finding the way to get onto Florida Man Ethnostate. Only 2 left alive. They're trying to get out through the choke. Taco Cat just barely gets around the corner, but the chase is on his Nami. Is able to collect the frag and Maze. Last one left alive. Can't really go backwards. Is going forward. Kills Nami with the beam. Has to reload. Onto Foxy. Warwick isn't quite there. Foxy needs to live for as long as possible. Foxy's rocket jump over. One final rocket will be able to seal the deal, and Maze will get the frag. Had enough in the tank to be able to deal with the scout threat. Foxy will get out with just a little bit of damage onto her. So overall, You know, it was a bit rough, but at the end of the day, Poop Gaming will take the first mid.
Gaming will indeed take the first mid, and I'm actually... No, I'm back. My game crashed, but now I'm loading into the server. I'm here. So, yeah, Poop Gaming, they got control of the point. You can immediately see Walrex over by that big door, just trying to peek in and see, but the rest of the combo going to be getting into... Oh my god, nice air shot onto Rero. GMK comes in for the bomb. Onto Foxy does actually no damage. That was looking like it should have been an easy force there, Jared, but Foxy somehow managing to dodge all of it, and that has allowed Poop Gaming to keep hold of second and still have this Uber advantage if they want to try and pressure in onto last.
They're just straight in. And there's no soldiers either, so they could just go straight to the point, but they see that Dog Day Boy is sticking off, so they're going to go for these other kills. Maze kind of showed himself, but it was a nice bait. They're actually able to cause some chaos to make sure that they are able to get the early kills on and Name. They're trading lives all over the place, but they've gained so much ground back from the side of Florida and the state that I don't fully agree with the blue team having the 2 picks and just popping through lower immediately. I mean, I guess they kind of were better safe than sorry on the fact that, you know, that could have been the door that was trapped, and it could have been really spooky, but it kind of punishes them and makes it so they have to basically give up 2 here. They're trying to go for the force. Taco Cat with the surf. Mind the damage, the wall shot from, that's a drop. And Walrex causing some extra space as well for his team. They're not really taking it too much. He will eventually give up his life, but overall, they do actually not have a heal advantage because Foxy went down to a reroll bomb as well. The soldiers were active at the same time, and with no medics on the field, just a scrappy fight with blue team having the respawn advantage. Florida Man Ethnostate. They got the consolation frag onto Foxy, which will keep them in the game for now and kind of equalize things, but they would be unsuccessful pushing out of their last.
They are going to be unsuccessful, and that just allows Poop Gaming another opportunity, another chance at trying to push in onto last. They are probably going to at least wait probably for their Uber before they go for anything too risky, but Gully Wash is a last that you can start to try and pressure and prod without really risking too much damage or too much risk onto your combo, so wouldn't be too surprised to see Poop Game for just to peek these doors, maybe see if they can get Rakuso in behind. They take down the sentry gun, maybe they can have someone get in through water, get some cap time onto the point, start to draw eyes from Florida Man and make them a little bit frazzled, make them a little bit unsecure on this last point. Walrex, he does go in, he takes a lot of damage and is going to die. Rakuso might fall over and River should be able to get out, but with Walrex already going down, you're going to see everyone else on Poop Gaming just back up, trying to hold all these doorways and make sure no one from Florida Man can get in behind.
Yeah, I think Rakuso wanted a sack, but Nimi kind of got caught in the shutter. So overall, it's a 2-man, just not the scat you expected, but overall will not lead to too much as Rero goes in for a counter sack, is immediately thwarted, gets the 1 rocket on a Foxy, but that's going to be all she wrote for the counter sack. So we'll have to see what they begin to do here as they have respawn. They have all their players. There is a Rero that is still dead, so less spam onto the doorways, but they need to buff up themselves and get ready to go, so they're not really going to be able to utilize it. They're just getting in the water now. Is there. There's a heavy on the field, so that is going to apply a lot of pressure to make it difficult to actually get onto Taco Cat, but it's not impossible. Going to be early the death there. Lock and loads are trying to ring out, but it'll be Walrex. It'll be the second death, so losing 2 soldiers. That's a lot of spam that would do a really good job at threatening the side of Florida and Ethnostate from being able to get in, but Rero a bit early. He actually gets the force though. Really good job. Foxy down to 50 HP, but Mig with the lock and load able to take down Mace. So honestly, losing 2 for an Uber, not the end of the world. They could try to go for something here and try to make a last minute play to go for a force wall. There's two picks here, and with only it being a level 1, there is some room. Namie inside water, wants to bring people over the point, has brought over the soldiers already. All the explosive classes looking over, but no one's able to use the distraction. He gets the kill on a GMK though, still there. Certainly will be doomed with his HP down at 18 as barely just escaping with a bomb in onto Taco Cat. Walrex will not be successful. Trying to go in, and there comes the force. They get the kill on the JPEG as well, so overall really good job using the player advantage to try to find a way to get this force. The rest of them gotta be careful though, trying to run away. Namie caught, will die, only 3 left alive for the side of Poop Gaming as they're trying their hardest to hold on to 2.
They are trying their hardest, and they might be able to. They do have a respawner in Walrex, but they've backed out so much. They've given up so much space to Florida Man. They are going to have Uber sooner. Foxy already at 90%, so they're going to be happy to give this up in the short term to try and retake it with this Uber. They should be able to get in. There's only 10 seconds on the round timer before we go into a round reset, but there's enough time onto the point. They find Dog Day using Uber into lobby. Can they get anyone onto the point in time? If they don't, it is going to go to a round reset. They try and take down the sentry gun. They're just wiping though. They do get 1 soldier onto the point, but it's not going to be enough. Foxy is in, trying to go for the play. I don't think she will be able to make it work, and that's going to be everyone on Poop Gaming dying.
So
they
close.
don't get to the point in time.
You know, getting that cap time almost bit them so hard.
did. Oh my
GMK,
God,
he hid by the pill, though. He hid by the pill, or at least, I don't know if he was hiding, but he was around there when the Uber was over. He just found 3 people on top of each other, and that really sealed the deal despite the Uber getting Dog Day Boy so early.
And now we go to a round reset. First one in, first round, and it has already gone back to it. Dog Day taking a little bit of early damage onto the mid, is just going to back up and get healed up. Rero dives over and lower, and that's going to give the player advantage to Poop Gaming, just forcing everyone out on Florida Man. They have given up the entire point, so nice, another mid win for Poop Gaming. Walrix, though, has been able to get in behind. He's in lobby. They do know about his presence. Actually, no, maybe they don't. Oh, that's going to be so unfortunate for JPEG. He gets shot down by Walrix. Going to be able to stay alive as TacoCat, super duper weak, has got to worry about any of these bombers. Walrix finds another one somehow. Someone killed this man. He does eventually go down, but not before taking 2 there, and immediately Jarrett, everyone on Poop Gaming trying to stack Big Door.
Yeah, they got a lot of room here, but gotta be careful. Bombing in comes one of the soldiers, very weak, basically dies, so had some room there to go for a really big high bomb, but will not be able to utilize it. So overall, the fact that choke was open means they've walked through on the side of the red team, but there's no soldiers here for the side of Poop Gaming. They get the kill on the MiG, so great job from JPEG. Gonna make it even easier for them to, especially with the lock on those. Oh my god, Namie just ate one of those. There's no way they can realistically go for Uber exchange there. They weren't ready at the choke. They lost their demo man immediately. That's all she wrote. They just smartly back up. But red team, with that demo man death, they're still on the move. Rakuso is inside lobby trying to see if anyone's going to be able to go behind. GMK did, but he just ended up missing him. And Mig knows that he's kind of caught inside spawn, so he's not going to be here for this post Uber, for this Uber exchange. This is actually pretty good from the side of Florida Man, even though the Rero is dead, but they don't want to take it. GMK is still kind of locking down MiG, which is a pretty nice trade in their favor, but it's not going to be quite enough to overall win things. But they've busted through. They found the way on the TacoCat. They've gotten through the choke. They've switched over to Maze. Kind of left the medic alone to save him for last, maybe. Dog Day Boy kind of alone. Turning around. Might be able to find the way on Walrix. No, will eventually die, though, as Walrix still alive. GMK bombing in on one of the scouts for Kuso. 1 HP. And overall, they've switched things up. The side of Poop Gaming have found a way to get in, but Foxy left alone. Mig, you left your medic to die, and Foxy will die. He better get this kill onto TacoCat, or it's all for Nye. 1 sticky, surfed into lobby. 2nd sticky, surfed into last. The scout running forward. Rakusa, can he get the pistol out? The ball misses. Not quite Foxy. TacoCat, red HP will be able to resup, as they had it in the palm of their hand, but they threw it away. Florida Man, they still hold on strong.
Florida Man managing to do the impossible there, keeping themselves in this round. They're going to be able to get out onto second. MiG is still there. Here comes the bomb from though, doing a lot of damage onto TacoCat. Not enough to get the kill. So that's still going to be a heal and Uber advantage for Florida Man. They recapture up second. They're instantly going over to the choke point. You can see Rero dropping down to maybe get in through lower, while the rest of the team flood in through choke. GMK bombing forward, making a little bit of space. I think there was Riku, so in the forward spawn, he's gonna back spawn to the other one, still up on sniper. He's watching Victor, might have the shot over on the TacoCat. That's gonna be a very early force from Florida Man, just recognizing that sniper, not wanting to deal with it. They insta pop. Rakuso's up on heavy, just trying to provide some extra spam power, and oh, that was a very close attempt on the TacoCat. They're immediately coming back right in.
The GMK flank once again. You see all this, oh, you know, there's some room to work with here for the side of Poop Gaming, and GMK just comes from behind, and he is able to flank constantly to be able to make sure that Foxy has been, I mean, they're not on a death timer, but they're having some trouble staying alive. Same can be said for, I think, a lot of the combo members for the side of Poop Gaming, and it's really putting a thorn in their side to be able to, you know, continue to get ground off of the little victories they actually have. So Florida Man, I mean, even though they get shaken up a bit, they find a way to remain in the driver's seat. They have 90%, a nice 50 ad. It'll start to dwindle if they take a little bit too long, but it should be plenty to try to take the second point. They immediately spot has to back up. His buff is gone. It's Rakuso Sniper that's going to seal the deal on the Dog Day Boy, though, and they will eventually pop. There's a solo on the Maze, though. This Uber's only really going to be able to get the space. They got a lot of nice damage on a Namie, but not quite enough at the end of the day to be able to do too much of Rero. Going in, is able to get the kill on the MiG, and Foxy once again, the combo. They get so much room from the sniper kill from Rakuso, but just crumble inside lobby from these flanks. This time it's Rero that's able to seal the deal and make sure that, you know, even though, you know, you lost your demo, oh, you had to use and you probably weren't going to get a kill. No, Soldier saves the day, and with no heals available for the side of the blue team, it's just Rakuso holding things down at the shutter with very little support to try to lock things down. Gets a nice body shot on a Dog Day, gonna soften him up, but gets the final kill on him actually. GMK, a little too slow. He actually might be able to die here, but no, is gonna be able to be there in time. The arrow will reach, but Maze and JPEG extremely weak. They bomb in, they're committing. Only 3 left alive as Mig and team are holding down the point, but Foxy's dead again!
Oh my goodness, Foxy is not having a great start to this game. Unfortunately for her, Taco Cat managing to stay alive. I will say that even though this is the second time Taco Cat stays alive, Foxy dead, that doesn't mean that Florida Man have been able to get onto this second point just quite yet. Somehow, Poop Gaming have been managing to hold on to it, partially with the threat of the Rakuso sniper. Now, they use the Uber again very early. Rero is going to go down, so not going to be able to get onto Foxy this time, but I think the damage has been done. Everyone backing out from Poop Gaming, and they're just going all the way in. This is going to be a demo v demo over on Blast. You don't see this MGE too often, trying to get in onto Foxy.
Oh,
Dog
no,
Day is
split.
chasing so deep, but they are split. They don't have control of second at the moment. Foxy is stuck over in lower, just waiting for someone to desperately escort her out. The safety manages to stay alive somehow with Rakuso coming in, dies for her, and should be able to hold on long enough to keep their medic alive. And you don't see the split up working too often there, Jared, but somehow Foxy, compared to all the other scenarios where she's died, she shouldn't have lived that one, and she did.
I was really worried for them in the beginning because they ended up not climbing onto height whatsoever, like just sat on the floor for a long while. But I think at the end of the day, the side of Florida Man, I mean, sure, you can try to stay in there for a little bit to try to get those kills, but at the end of the day, you know those respawners are coming. You gotta cut your losses, so Pivoting kind of bit them as this small ad is trying to use Nani with the surf. So much damage!
Oh my
Big
God.
kills all of them. It's just Taco Cat. 99% Uber. That's 1% away from the save of a lifetime that will not come to fruition as they run forward to the spawn. GMK locked down by an entire team, and Foxy just still takes half HP damage. The pack is up, so she'll be fine, but man, they wiped them real hard there, and they can try to set up, but I mean, they only have so much time before this Uber's built up once again, and Poop Gaming with an honest attempt to push in last year.
Yeah, Poop Gaming do have a good bit of Uber advantage, round about 40%, definitely be workable, and taking the sentry gun out first is a great way to kind of initiate the push. It's going to be a little bit of time. JPEG going to build it up, and ooh, there is a buff banner out from
It's
GMK.
the worst banner. He's got an MVM loadout on. The Uber comes through Shutter. He's trying to jump away. He gets piped. He's not going to be able to block. He's going to race up. He dies. No buff banner anymore. Rero, the last one to block the point, will give his life for it. There's 3 people from the side of Poop Gaming on the point. Dog Day trying to catch them all, but will not succeed. Taco Cat will give up his life, but it's all for naught. As Poop Gaming, a lot of back and forth. Some mids barely won, but at the end of the day, with all the medic sacrifices, they come away taking the first round.
I mean, listen, that's one way to do it. Hopefully, if you're Poop Gaming, you can take this next round a lot cleaner. And if you're Florida Man, you got to be kicking yourself a little bit, thinking we had all those opportunities, all of those kind of miraculous kills onto Foxy. We might have been able to do more with it. Speaking of Foxy, taking a lot of damage early in this mid. Same thing for Mig, down super weak. Does get an arrow to stay alive, but Rero is in behind. It just mulches Foxy. Again, Rero has had her number this entire game. Taco Cat in a good position to stay alive, but Walrix jumping around, might get some good rockets up, has been spotted and should be cleaned up, is going to be able to be taken down without Taco Cat falling. It's only going to be, oh, Rero goes down, and now it's just going to be Taco Cat. They could try and get the arrow here, but Nami is going to be able to easily collect that kill. So once again, it is going to be Poop Gaming winning the mid. Very scrappy fight. And it's actually going to be a little bit better for them because Foxy died earlier, meaning she's going to be able to build her Uber faster than Taco Cat. So a mid win and a bit of Uber advantage for Poop Gaming.
Yeah, they basically did almost the same play. Rero did the long con. He went through too. I think Walrix might have came through drop down. I didn't quite see, but they did it second. And slightly better. So at the end of the day, they are going to be able to get through with the better heal ad for sure. It's going to be early death, which buys actually a lot of time for the side of Florida Man. They're not going to be able to really do too much here, even though they have the sniper, and do have to set up on last. There is some traps in upper that maybe Dog Day will be able to get an early kill on and make it even easier to try to find a way to buy more time, but no, they won't be so lucky as looking like they're about to gotta pick a door, 25 and dwindling, gotta go fast. And Rakuso ends up, okay, he dies to the trap, so really good job from Dog Day. He was in a bit of a precarious position, but they're trying to go for him now. He's able to surf out. No, Rakuso means that Nami's last scout left alive, and he's already dead from trying to go to point. Mig dying as well. That was an amazing play from the side of Florida Man all around. The early kill on the Rakuso, very high risk, punished them a lot. The Uber didn't really get too much here, and they don't have to use to block the point at all, so just walking straight in. Mind going for the bomb on the Talking Cat is going to be forwarded, so May's able to collect that frag and make sure that his medic is going to be okay. But even though they don't have here for the mid-force, Rakuso once again on Sniper. Hasn't been the ultimate victory all the time, but has collected plenty of kills as he swoops around. Is he going to be able to hit the shot? Not quite. So overall, they do get through drop down, find a way to get over to the opposing big door, and the rest of blue team just has to scurry away.
They do, and they might have to worry because the Uber is going to come out from Florida Man through mid door, and they have the opportunity to wrap, but everyone else on Poop Gaming has just decided to try and refight mid, recognizing the situation, and they're going on to the second of Florida Man. JPEG over in the choke gets mulched by the combo, and this Uber has gotten absolutely no one. They're all getting cleaned up. The rest of Florida Man escaping back to last, and that was an expert counterplay from Poop Gaming. Nami just collecting a couple more kills and everyone's dead. This should be another round for Poop Gaming, and I mean, they saw what Florida Man was doing. They used that Uber so aggressively through big door to try and wrap around, but Poop Gaming just realized, hey, if you're going there, we'll just go right back on to mid and go to your second. So expert play there.
They kind of telegraphed it. When you leave choke, you can still see a sliver of mid, and if you see them drop off too early and it's like you don't expect them to double back and go up elbow, then you can kind of just push in. So really good job, honestly, from the side of Poop Gaming to recognize that and go for the big play. Didn't even need to use their Uber either, just walk straight in, and we'll see if they're able to take another mid here. They haven't been too convincing, but we'll see what Florida Man is able to pull out here. They're able to get the kill on the Rakuso, double bomb though, so gonna give up both their soldiers for it. Gets a nice kill on the Mig. Taco Cat is gonna be a sacrificial lane because they really need to go all in and get the kill on the Foxy at this point. Hiding over near the elbow, it's just Maze and Dog Day Boy trying to find a way to find the area where Foxy's standing. They're able to spot her, but by then it's just Dog Day Boy left alive. The
Dog Day!
Though,
he gets
seals the deal. And on a Nami, there's a reason why this weapon had its time, and there's a reason why it can very much just come right back in its moment, so that's going to be huge. That's such a late medic death too that in mid-fight V2, red team will have a superior heal advantage that they're just about to use right now. Taco Cat's already at mid. There's nothing blue can do.
Yeah, there is nothing. Those two kills from Dog Day Boy absolutely salvaged the mid for Florida Man, and because of it, they are going to be able to win it up. It is basically going to be even Ubers because though Taco Cat did spawn a bit earlier, it's just kind of all gone down to the same. So around about 50% for both medics. Not too bad though if you are Florida Man, considering every other mid that you have fought, you have not been able to get on top of. So now they're going to be the ones trying to figure out how they want to try and pressure, get behind, maybe send someone in through big door. We do have a lot of pressure coming out from Choke. That is going to be one of his soldiers, GMK, I think, taken down pretty weak, but he doesn't go down, so that's not going to be the sack just quite yet. But with both medics now at 100% Uber, we're probably going to see Florida Man take a few more risks here, and I think we're going to start to see that with them kind of putting a few of their players over at big door. They got to watch out for the traps though, in case one of them gets debt on.
Yep, they brought their demo over, so a little demo v demo action in the side of big door. Riro, I think, is actually, he might, no, he is known. I was gonna say, I think he is known. Like, they saw him waddle through and just disappear, so yeah, he will be able to escape since Russo comes to try to push him. And overall, that would not lead to too much there. So going for the bait play to try to get someone like into big door, and then Rio collapses on him will not work. So looks like they're rotating through choke to just go for a normal choke sack. I'm hearing the spy calls. They're starting to get paranoid that the reason why they're not sacking is because there's a spy in the field. Now everyone on the side of Poop Gaming is twisting and turning, and Walrex is all the way up on the high ground to see any spot spy might decloak. But their paranoia will not really lead to too much, as Rio does indeed sack in. And now they gotta go for a move of their own. Gets through. A lot of damage on him though, and he's immediately dead. So overall 1-for-1 trade is Poop Gaming. They probably still wondering if there's a spy, maybe. But ball's back in the red team's court. Riro's on Sniper, which we haven't really seen too much of. And I say, as you know, they're the team that we haven't really casted. But I think in general, Riro Sniper is you know, he's an explosive class. Usually don't expect the explosive classes to be the ones that are going on Sniper all the time, but first shot, connect. That's a surprise shot. It will seal the deal, as Rakuso will be the first death there as Riro moves over into big door to see if he can make some space for his team.
Oh, GMK!
Nami dies as well. They're going for a choke move. They brought their entire team big door. Meanwhile, Choke's just free. They're just walking through. Walrick's dead. Gets the kill on the Dog Day, so overall trade, 3v5 scenario as the Uber is used to save Mig. Trying to get the damage out, gets the kill on the Rero, but overall with the Uber still available for the side of Florida Man Ethnostate, they're able to chase him down if they stay for too long. Oh no! Okay, no, I was about to say, they're about to go in and just drop Top Cat with a 2-shot, but no. Rakusa will indeed die going for the play, so GMK trying to catch them as they're leaving. And will succeed, actually. Gets the kill into Foxy. Not even necessary since they had Fuller Rabbit. Fuller Rabbit just said, screw it, I'm going to go for it anyway. And now they can just buy their time. They can wait as long as they want. I mean, you probably should only wait so long, but still.
Yeah, Walrix did come out on Spy, but he's gone back, maybe recognizing that it's not the best play. If you had a bit more time, you could probably get in position to try and take the stab, but at this point in time, there just wasn't enough going for him. So he swaps back on the Pyro as the Uber is open with the drop. The pipe once again coming out clutch for lock and load. How many times have we seen it just immediately demoralize a team's push and hopes and dreams? Now everyone else on Florida Man just trying to get out and make sense of a situation that they found themselves with. It's only going to be JPEG and Dog Day Boy JPEG over, leaving through Big Door, meeting back up with this demo Dog Day, watching a trap, but I mean, these lock and load pipes, Jarrett, no medic is safe from them. They have just been deadly this whole entire season.
It can be kind of diabolical sometimes. I think especially there's certain maps where it's just like especially good. Like, I mean, it can work on any map, but there's some where, you know, the spam just becomes a little bit better because you don't have to strain as hard. But this bomb coming from GNK, the Force, does succeed. Ruba gets a kill into as well. So overall, pretty good job from the side of Florida Man, is able to escape, only losing GMK in the process. They will have the sniper on their push out though. Could be a little bit awkward to deal with. Rero hasn't been swapping off quite yet. He's just sitting around the shutter area and wants to go ahead and peek Big Door. Might see some sort of Big Door rush. Rakuso is there, has JPEG to kind of help. No one's really looking like they want to be able to go and help Rakusa go for a full-on push, though, as they're all sitting back, and it's looking like this is our first pause.
It does seem like it is a pause. I think we have word that it is a tech pause, so...
Which person's lagging? Oh, Namie's lagging.
Okay. That's unfortunate for Poop Gaming. Luckily, it's not one of the medics, you know, being DC'd accidentally, and they have lost all their Uber and stuff like that, so... Fortunate in that regard, but because it is a tech pause, I guess, you know, we can't, you know, get too much out of this. Like, it's not like, oh, it's a tech pause. That means that Poop Gaming has won this round and now Florida Man are kind of going for a tech pause in response. No, it's just a tech pause, but I mean, at the state of things, Poop Gaming are in a very good position. They do have the sniper, which can be a little bit of a hindrance when you're trying to get aggressive and go forward, but I guess we're going to have to see how they play around it as things have been unpaused, and Florida Man are looking to still try and take this advantage in onto mid.
They're going before GMK is ready. He's still rolling out, which means they don't really have a soldier to actually make it easy for them to walk through, and Mig, he has 4 DOMs right now. Gets just the solo kill on the maze with a combination of pipes and stickies, so really good job from them making sure to cut a thwart the push just entirely solo. So that'll buy enough time for Foxy and friends to be able to get to their Uber, because this Uber ad is dwindling up by this point. Losing your main scout is the sniper still on the field in the shutter. Gonna be harder to do Big Door stuff, but it's totally possible. You can try to go play into the human factor if you want, but will not come in this time, as Rero is able to collect a body shot kill on Rakuso. Is actually trying to peek in Big Door alone, but Mig is there to try to block it off. Knows that's a pretty powerful sniper spot and wants to kind of thwart that, so kind of has that on lockdown, at least for now. Is alone though, or no, Walrix is there. He's not fully alone. I don't have the outline glow to see him as easy. You just have the nameplates, but a lot of spam happening at Choke, but overall they held down the fort, so nothing will really happen in return in terms of counter sacks from the side of Florida Man. Have this sniper that, you know, they don't want to sack while they have the sniper per se, but the sniper can only, you know, go through so much. And Rakuso, this respawned on sniper himself, so we'll see who's able to come up on top this time, as he's also already heading over towards the Big Door. We're about to enter an SBS, and this is where the pause was.
Ooh, it is where the pause was. Honestly, this Big Door is like one of the big... It doesn't look over that much of the map, but it's actually a very, very long sightline. So Rakuso is going to go in.
Oh, Rero swapped off.
Oh, that's going to be very
He's like,
interesting.
I don't want any of this. Just get me, I'll get me back to Soldier.
get me back off of this class, but he might have an opportunity. He's over in Shutter and might be able to get in through Baby Door to try and make a play, but the Ubers just come in. They go for the exchange. Rakuso is up on the high ground. Take that, Anakin, but he has dropped down and met back up with his team. Walrix is over in the backline, has managed to get behind, is very, very weak, but everyone else on Florida Man recognizing this player advantage. But Rakuso takes down Dog Day Boys. They try and flood in through the choke. Someone has already committed. That is going to be GMK. Manages to get back out, but Rero, once again, every single time, gets onto Foxy. Someone stop this man if you're a Poop Gaming fan, because he has just been able to slow them down time and time again.
Yeah, I think Nami was rolling out and Rakuso was on sniper, so had no scouts really in that moment. But bomb comes in, does some damage, allows Mig to be able to clean up and keep his 4 Doms alive as they're trying to claw their way in to take 2. Walrex will be a casualty here, getting the sticky kills from the side of Dog Day Boys. Rakuso showing his face, getting bomb and Rero will get collected as Foxy has arrived to mid. The other 2 people alive on the side of Poop Gaming have backed up from the scuffle on 2, and with the kills they've gotten, Florida Man, they're able to take a pretty much free mid, and they have ad from the kill that was happening earlier from the side of Rero onto Taco Cat. So overall, leaving 1 on cap, moving forward through Big Door, Uber available, thinking about maybe going dungeon or just trying to buy some time to get in early to just walk in normally. Overall, work their way in. No one's really showing their face too much, just poking through the shutters in the upper area, but overall we'll eat some salmon back up from the side of the blue team. So back to last they go. Rakuso already building the gun, and overall they bought enough time, I think, with them not going through dungeon right off the bat, afraid of getting back capped or blocked once again. You know, take things slow, cut your losses, take whatever's free, and they find themselves hurt, but they're poised like it's ad. It's not ad. They're at 99%, and they're about to very quickly find out as they brought in 4 people, flashes galore, family will break. Yes, somehow blue team still dies. JPEG, the point time? How does this work? How does this work? That make the magic happen.
That's crazy coming out from Florida Man. I was 100% there with you, Jared. I was thinking, oh no, they don't realize it's not ad. Someone tell them, please. But they were able to make it work. Maybe if you're Poop Gaming, you're not expecting that because you realize,
you expect a stalemate.
Yeah, you expect a stalemate. So maybe they were caught off guard a little bit, but either way, Florida Man making it work and are taking us to the 5th mid here. And already, Rero on the low ground just takes a lot of damage. It's going to be shot down by and being traded out there for, so a soldier dead on each team. That's going to be GMK kind of fade bombing the point. A lot of damage onto all of these Florida Man players. And the lock and load connects. Dog Day Boy weak over by Banana is going to be shot down, and that's going to be a 3rd mid win for Poop Gaming.
Mig might have lost to Dom, but he was definitely a very large contributing factor to that mid victory. Literally football after football thrown across the map and connects. So really good job there. And the fact that Dogdo is split off a little bit towards the pill ball instead of the choke means he's a late death here. No traps to worry about inside lobby that's going to thwart them. It's going to be hard for him to actually sticky the point properly if they went right now. They're going for the spam route onto the gun and will be able to get the gun, but at a sacrifice. So they're not going to go for the play quite yet. But oh yeah, is on Spy. The decloak wants the big fish. Finding Taco Cat. I think he gets this actually.
I think he does.
There's nothing stopping. He just gets it. And collected. Turned around. Butter knife. The pack. Not quite enough to get more than that though. But hey, he did his job. So great job from turning the stalemate into a situation where they just move right in. Get these kills while you can. Gun down. The engineer running forward. 1v1 versus Rakuso in the shutter, but Rakuso he barely avoids the air shot. But they have no cap time here. They're losing some players. 3v3. It's not all over yet, but it's looking pretty rough. They're able to bring over the team and make sure they're able to collect this round, even though it was on the slower side. Honestly, off the supply play, really good job from the side of Poop Gaming to convert that into a pretty simple round.
Yeah, really, really great job. Immediately going for the spy play. It wasn't deep enough into a stalemate for Florida Man to really be expecting it. And anyways, there wasn't anyone checking. So really great heads-up play from and like you said, they were able to convert that into a round. There's only a minute left before we go into continuous overtime. So it's looking like it's going to be a 4-something game. But the soldiers on Florida Man being so aggressive, they do find Mig. But at what cost? Both of them have been going down. And it is going to be player advantage. Rakuso finding another onto Maze. It's only going to be the combo of Florida Man left alive. They're backing out, but Rakuso has already got their exit with to help try and pen them in here. A nice surf, but it's not going to be enough. Finding the kill onto Taco Cat, and that was an expert series of plays. Oh, Dog Day Boy trying to get this kill onto Walrix. Is going to be able to get it. Survives. and Rero bombs in. Can he get another on the Foxy? Foxy, someone come back and help this medic, please. Rero is coming back in for the bomb. Can anyone get here in time? No!
Namie wanted the 5 health dome so bad that it just didn't, like, turn around. I guess Namie probably trusted that surely someone else is there, right? But no one was, so maybe a little bit too much trust and fueled by miscommunication leads Foxy to be dead once again. But the beginning, the actual mid itself, it was pretty smart from Mig to realize that he's been successful on these mids, especially the last one so much so. There's no way that people don't complain that he needs to be the target of the double bomb. So he makes sure that after he dies, I mean, the other soldiers immediately die themselves and they can't really go on to another target. They really had to work for the kill. And they basically had to give up 3 for Mig. So, I mean, that better than the mid victory, but they kind of screwed up and lost their ad. But at least they find themselves in the opposing 2. Florida at Ethnostate are just chilling on last until they get their Uber. They have it now. Question is, will they use the 40 ad? And it's kind of looking like no. It's kind of looking like they don't want to bother and they want to go the route of the mid-fight V2, which, I mean, mids haven't been going your way, but, I mean, if pushing out of last in your scrim practice was also not going your way, I mean, this is how seasons were won. You just go off the mid resets, so can't be too mad at it.
Can't be too mad at it, considering we are also in continuous overtime, and one more round from Poop Gaming means that they are going to be able to take the win here. Foxy somehow at half health again. There was a lot of pressure coming into lobby, but no one really commits, so it's going to be an opportunity for everyone to get re-healed back up. I say that Mig taking a lot of damage in lobby, just barely managing to stay. Actually, no, it does go down. Nice spam rocket from Rero to collect that kill. There is someone up on Sniper coming in. Rero just hitting headshot after headshot, not finding the kills, but does allow Dog Day Boy to go down there, trying to press forward off of that demo kill. Leads to another. This time his team losing their demo. So Rakuso just doing a lot of damage. Does go down over in the battle. It's a soldier bombs in onto the medic, gets the kill. They're taking this Uber all the way in, trying to find on the Foxy. Does get the counter force out, and it's looking like it should be pretty good for Florida Man. I think there was maybe a little bit of something going on there, but considering they had the player advantage there, Jarrett, they should be able to hold on to last. And with JPEG coming back up on Sentry, on Engineers, sorry, I don't think they're going to be pushing out anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, if they gave the 40 ad, no matter what happens, unless it's like a full wipe where they could take 2 free and then use an ad for mid, I don't think they're going to be leaving this point.
Oh, Rakuso and
the double spy, this team is new, but like I feel like this variation of players, this strategy always comes out at some point. The double spy, you have the one spy, just kind of oh, he got bumped. All right, we killed the spy, guys. There's definitely not another spy. We killed their spy. Look at that taunt. I killed the spy. I found him. But then Rakusa comes in. Gravel put strategy 101. Rero kill. Really nice. Walrick's dying, causing some chaos. Rakusa on the point. Doesn't want to go for a stab. It might be a bit too hard, but needs to go for something here. Just gonna get cap time? What's his plan? Oh, now he's climbing. He's found a way in. This is gonna be the thing that seals the deal. The decloak. It's not heard. Taco Cat. He doesn't notice him. The stab's going through. He gets the stab.
He gets 2.
He gets mazed. They're just gonna Uber in immediately onto the gun and the demo man, able to take down the gun, pushing them all back into spawn. No one can actually block the point in time. They're trying to clear it up. Bomb from Rero. The revenge crits are out. Not gonna lead to too much. And off the double spy play, Poop Gaming take it 4-1 on Gully Wash.
I mean, that is what a way to win a game with a double spy play. And Rakuso played that expertly. He bid his time, did the double fake over into lower, and he gets 2 with it. And you just got to give props to Poop Gaming. I mean, they were not necessarily ever really on the back foot, but they were kind of put into some unfortunate situations with kind of constantly losing their medic. But they were able to just, every time, they had to take a step back, they took 2 steps forward, and were just able to whittle away at Florida Man and come out with the 4-1 win.
Yep. Overall, I think Florida Man did at least a good job of recognizing, even though that Poop Game was kind of the better team today, they recognized what the other team's weakness was and tried to exploit it to the best of their ability. Poop Gaming was pretty aggressive. They kind of left Foxy out to dry after they'd already won many, many times, and it kind of meant that Foxy was unnecessarily sacrificed sometimes. However, despite recognizing that and trying to take advantage of it, and honestly doing a pretty good job of taking advantage of it, it just wasn't quite enough to be able to seal the deal. So, I mean, at the end of the day, Poop Game will come off with the 4-1 victory, and I'm sure that at any point, whatever player ends up being on, taking the short end of the stick, being the sacrificial lamb, whatever, if you are able to win, a match, then you can put it on the shelf and try to deal with it next time when it becomes a problem, when it, you might make it difficult to actually, win your matches. But it's enough to win this one. It's a good job on them taking this game. And taking a look at the logs, you can kind of see, like, the 4 DOMs that MiG was holding is definitely showing.
Yeah, no, it 100% is. He was doing a ton of damage, 297, top in the server by a bit. I do have to say, we were saying his name a lot, and for good reason. Rero having 8 med picks, so he absolutely had his man and was able to convert a lot of times. So really great stuff there, but just kind of, yeah, like you said, they were able to kind of exploit that weakness a few times. I mean, the one where Nami left Foxy out to dry over and choke was very unfortunate if you are Foxy, but it's still really great from Poop Gaming, the fact that they were, they had those unfortunate scenarios where, your medic's dead. Regardless of how you get to that point, they were still able to kind of come back together and make sure that Florida Man weren't able to get too much ground off of it and kind of push back at all those opportunities. So, Florida Man not quite able to walk away with a win, but at the very least, they were able to get around, and they put up a pretty good fight and a really good game as well.
Yep, and there's always the rematch later on in the season where you can try your hardest to get the win flipped around in the other direction, and then you can find a way to maybe, with your other matches, if you can prevent some other teams from, getting all the way to their 5-0 victory or scrape some rounds off of other teams, you can maybe find a way to win off the round percentage in a 1-1 matchup, so things are not locked in for Florida Man to, be on a dire side of things. They still have other matches they could try to play and take away. Actually, I think they're playing Global Clan like tomorrow or something, so maybe they can find a win there. But overall, Poop Gaming, hats off to them. Pretty good job.
Yeah,
but I think that's probably going to close out tonight. It was a later match. It was a 30-minute delay. I assume one of the players wasn't able to be there in time, so they had to push it a little bit. But probably leads to no interviews because people they're winding down as the hour reaches the midnight, depending on your time zone. But I think that's probably going to be close to about it for us. Any thoughts before we go ahead and close out the stream, TC?
I guess thoughts and quick shoutouts. Obviously, shoutouts to all y'all for watching. Shoutouts to Jarrett being an amazing co-caster. Shoutouts to Dolphin for all the production stuff. Shoutouts to the RGL merch. Buy it, wear it. Shout out to the teams for playing, and also shoutouts to tomorrow night because they, we showed the bottom of Invite, but now tomorrow we are going to be going to one of the most anticipated matches of any season that these two teams are ever playing in. That's right, tomorrow night we're going to be having Froyotech versus Leica G6 on Sultry. I am so excited, Jared. So I'm just going to do a shout out to that match. Shoutouts to that match. Should be very exciting. So if you're at all interested, come back tomorrow and join us for that one.
And then I think G6 plays on Thursday as well, right? I think they have a... Which match is it? Is it their Jiminy match or their Franz J rematch? I think it's their Franz J.
Yeah.
Because we're reaching week 5, which means you're starting to play the same teams you did earlier. So it's like the rematches are already starting to kick off, and they try to get their revenge versus Franz J after taking the loss earlier in the season. So it's a pretty packed week. And then I think even though we didn't get to cast the Freyo versus Jiminy match, I think it was, or no, Franz versus Jiminy. That one's still happening. I think it's starting like 30 minutes before the Freyo G6 match. So a lot of TF2 to watch. Definitely don't want to miss it. This is one of the few weeks that you probably should make sure you check up in as it continues to go on, and we hope to see you there. But for tonight, that's pretty much going to be it for us. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Jarrett, casting with TC Mono with Dolphin on production. Thank you and good night.